Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Eggplant Podcast, a podcast where we eggplants talk about stuff. I'm Marie Pearl Nadagishi.
And I'm Shinso Blue.
And unfortunately, our other eggplant slash co-host Chaotic is not here, but luckily we do have a temporary co-host as well as a guest. We just call them Tempuras because Kid Icarus. But anyways, our guest for today is JackalCrimson. Introduce yourself.
Hello. Hi, I'm Jackal. I'm a Twitter person. I run U_investigates, the Persona 4 Unarakami meme account, and I also am a co-host of the Unchattable podcast. So, yeah, great to be here.
Hey, it's good to be here.
Yep.
So, how was everybody's week? We're starting off with how our week's off, so how was our week?
At least for me, it's just sort of slow. Just at least for me personally, just had a couple of minor annoyances, shall we say? Hey, just a little annoyances for me. I'm all right though.
I see. And what about you, Jack?
I've just been sick at home because of a bad cough. Been to the doctors back and forth, and just sitting on the couch and watching Stranger Things with my mom. But aside from that, nothing else really eventful.
I still need to watch Stranger Things.
Same here.
Yes. Trend. Watch it before the show dies.
I mean, I only watched like 2 episodes.
Yes. And as Jack's film says, Stranger Things is the show on Netflix.
Yep, that sounds
Stranger
about right.
Things is indeed the show on Netflix.
I still can't get.
Not on Hulu, Netflix.
And it just still
Or
reminds me of
Amazon.
just like the one post which I actually saw, which is just like I think it was just like Persona 5 is objectively one of the JRPGs of all time.
Was it on?
It is indeed one of them.
Was it on 4chan? I don't remember.
It may have been, but I remember even like they go on and it's just like Nier Automata has a soundtrack.
Yes, it was 4chan.
Huh.
It was on 4chan.
You can't argue really with those.
That is pretty sound logic if I've ever seen it.
As for me, excuse me, school has been a little bit stressful for me lately, mostly, trying to get into college applications or whatever, but, I mean, we already found one, but it's still stressful, like, finding jobs before college and all of that, but...
Oh, yeah.
But, hey...
Right.
I have been
just-
listening to Gorillas just to get my mind off of things. And yes, we're going to shield Gorillas, cause they're amazing. Just like Feel Good Inc. Yeah, that was Gorillas.
Yeah, at least also I can mention just for me, at least my own week, I managed to finish off an anime that I was watching called Triage X. Basically, if you want action and anime titties right in the same package, then Triage X is probably one of the things. I mean, especially the art was done by the same person that did High School of the Dead, so you should kind of know what you're getting into.
Oh my.
From what I've heard, without spoilers, the ending was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, like me not trying to say anything, like it just feels like they just stopped right in the middle of the series, basically, to me.
So yeah.
Yeah, and considering how many people, as far as I know, talk about Triage X, that tells us how likely we are to get a season 2. Especially it's already been 5 years.
But anyways, I've also been recently watching this anime called Puchimas. It's basically the Idolmaster but on crack. If you're a fan of the Idolmaster, then oh goodness, you might like this. And not only does it feature the ladies from the Idolmaster, but it also features chibi versions that speak in Pokemon, like one of the characters, Haruka Amami, is her chibi form is Haruka-san, and all she says is "Kaka, Haruka."
So it's basically Idolmaster Pokemon for what I'm getting.
Oh,
Huh.
kind of. But there are also quirks to the Pucci idols, like the aforementioned Haruka-san. If you put it in water, she'll multiply.
Oh no, that sounds
Yeah.
scary.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It was like basically the Gremlins.
It may as
Kind
well
of.
be.
And another one is Makochi, which is Makoto Kikuchi. And she gets fat when Makoto overfeeds her. And literally one episode she visits the guy with pointy ears to help her get in shape. Well, Makochi and the producer, but by the guy with pointy ears, I mean literally Heihachi Mishima. I'm not
Wait,
joking.
like seriously?
Seriously.
It's just him?
Yeah, yes. I mean, then again, the Idol Master was, I think, published by Bandai Namco. So, of course.
Oh, I guess this has gotta be part of the Tekken lore. As if it wasn't weird enough.
But yeah,
Probably, I mean-
yeah, I think so. I just looked it up. Yep, they're a publisher.
Yep, they
Well,
are.
I myself have just been watching like Durarara and K-On! Because I've been sick, and K-On! Has helped me get through just staying indoors all day with its wholesomeness. So yeah,
and I
that works
I
out.
remember I still need to watch the second season.
I'm still. I remember watching the first episode. And I
Alright.
actually really
Yeah,
watched it. I think I was getting into voice acting back in the day, like 2012-ish. I'm not too sure. I don't really remember. But I think it was around that time, so yeah.
Durarara is very tightly knit. It's like a lot of fun. Like there's so many like cool characters and like, this overarching story that just wraps around. There's a bit of Irish mythology even tapped in there, and Japanese mythology just sprawled in. Like some of the stuff in the series feels like it doesn't work, but somehow it does, and it's really refreshing.
I
And
think
season 2, while I can't say is just as tightly knit in terms of story, it's still very solid.
Just don't forget
definitely
about Shizuo freaking Heiwajima.
Shizuo frickin' Heiwajima is
Izuo, who's that again?
He's the blonde.
he's the blonde bartender guy who throws vending machines at people.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I get it. Was he voiced by? I
Back
think
when we tried to do this,
it was. It
back
was
when
the
we
guy
did
voiced by Daisuke Ono and Crispin Freeman.
Yeah, him.
Crispin Freeman, yeah,
Okay.
him.
All right, that's him. But yeah. So moving on to pretty much promoting our favorite podcasts and all that. Jin, do you have any podcasts you want to shill in particular?
Unfortunately, podcasts are not my specialty. I don't really listen to podcasts too much. I don't really have anything.
All right, and what about you, Jackal?
Funny that you mentioned that. I actually do listen to a couple. Well, I'm gonna start listening to bad advertising like you recommended, and you'll probably show about that after my turn. But another one I do listen to is Misfits, which is a pretty popular one. They get like a bunch of like gaming YouTubers on there. It is pretty popular, and yeah, it's a lot of fun because like tell these like these offlandish stories that just go on, and the first episode alone, I don't think I've ever cried laughing so hard about how these these like 8 guys go to like a let's just say a
You can say it. Don't worry. You can say it.
they go to a strip club in Sweden.
Okay.
I don't want to say like adult room, but like I don't know what the actual like term for that is.
Right.
Okay, they go to a strip club in Sweden and like all kinds of antics happen there. But yeah, pretty much.
What else?
That's that's the only one I listen to besides like before I get into shamelessly plugging our own.
I think we'll save our shameless plugs for last. But
Exactly.
but as for me, advertising, as he say, basically, I gotta pull up the description because I am bad at explaining things. But basically, you know about the real-time fan-dubbed games. Snap Cubes, Penny Parker, Blue, and Haley. Basically, they want to make your product a viral failure.
Well then.
Oh dear.
Yes. So, for example, they made a Nintendo Indirect, and basically, like a Disney Zootopia, live-action Zootopia remake, but everybody's in fursuits, and also.
Well,
Oh no.
And also,
I mean,
Axe body spray
no.
for turfs.
So just like what, their pepper spray?
Axe body spray? Yeah, but
Like pepper spray, like.
yeah.
oh god.
So wait,
Yeah.
do you spray it to get rid of them, or do they use it?
No, they use it. It's Axe body spray, but for turfs.
How does it work?
Basically, the most I can get out of it is almost like make yourself smell like an asshole.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, and then just get away from them immediately. And also, Pokemon Gen 9 rated M for mature. It's just ridiculous.
Remember those old Misty Naked mods? Guess what? Nintendo was listening.
And funny enough, these three do not know anything about business or advertising, but they keep going. But they try to make like your favorite brands a viral failure, and they work. They actually work.
Well,
So-
sometimes people have hidden brilliance behind them.
Right. But yeah, go follow them. Follow them at a Lunar Light Studio, and yeah, go check them out. I think the episode might be out as we're recording this, like Monday. Monday. Even though we're recording this on Friday, and well, we're freaking. The episode isn't out yet, so.
Well then,
All right,
it'll be out by the
now-
time people hear it.
Right,
Well, shit.
right, and time for a shameless plug. Jackal. Shameless.
Okay. Marie and I host a Persona-themed podcast called Unchattable with our friend Nick.
Be more
We bring
enthusiastic. Come on, be more.
I'm sorry. I'm eating at the moment.
What does eating make you sound like a zombie? That was.
No.
Well,
It just makes the depression hurt a lot less.
Oh dearie.
right.
Anywho, no. Yeah, basically what I already said. Me, Marie, and our friend Nick basically host a. The aesthetic is based on Persona, but we do like to discuss topics based on the week. We've been doing it for a year now. You can find us on YouTube. We used to be on SoundCloud till we couldn't afford to do that anymore.
Because
And,
the freaking SoundCloud is because it's important.
We don't need the SoundCloud.
Yeah, they're enforcing rules. So.
Yeah, it's stupid. But, I mean, hey, like, it works out in the end. And now we're just on YouTube. It's all good. We bring Persona fandom icons on. Or just friends from our Persona Twitter community.
It is basically the Persona Says community. It's basically like this meme cult.
It's a meme colony of Persona fans.
Yeah.
And I'm like the fourth biggest. I run like my Yuno Akami account, and that's pretty much it.
I used to formerly run a Says account called Monaco_slashes. Unfortunately, I had to focus on other projects like this one, for instance, and also just
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, life is difficult.
I just don't.
In a way.
Yeah, I don't want to avoid so many things at once.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Oh, and also another podcast called the, the Morning Game Brew podcast by our friend.
Oh yeah, that's our friend.
Yeah, by our friend Bunboy and Mystic Distance. Well, he'll be
leaving in April, but he'll be on every now and then still then. But he's still currently standing as of this recording as a co-host. But yeah.
Also for Unchattable, we do bring on some pretty special guests. We put on the aforementioned Mystic Distance and Fan Site. And also the Scent. And the Scent.
And Jamesy Too Cool.
Yeah, and Jamesy Too Cool. Go check him out. The Scent. The Scent is basically the Scent is the creators of the Persona 4 Golden Bridge
series.
Yes. Yeah, I can't speak anymore.
And then once every millennia, for some random reason, we have one of the voice actors from Persona 5 on.
Yep.
We already got the voice of Kasumi, Laura Post, and we also recently, our last episode as of recording, had on Sarah M. Williams, the voice of Chihaya Mifune, the fortune teller.
And also Jack Frost.
Oh yeah, she's basically the Jack Frost VA for most of Atlus games as of this point.
I did promote the episode last week on I thought I was about to say Lunar Light Studio. Wait, we're not a Lunar Light Studio.
Slow down.
I'm sorry.
Take your time.
Last week on the Eggplant podcast. Again, this was before the episode. We recorded before the we Unchattable.
We recorded it before it happened, basically.
Yes. Yes, but hey, it's out. Go check it out. I think a new episode will be on this week. It depends, but I don't know. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'll be on this week.
Yeah. All right. But anyways, yeah, that's it for pretty much shilling our stuff. But now,
well, at least you guys shilling stuff, just because I don't have any podcasts to talk about.
And listen to Unchattable, listen to Morning Game Brew, and listen to Badvertising.
It's alright, noted.
I will.
But Shin, you do have a podcast. You're on one right now.
I mean other podcasts.
Oh shit, was I not supposed to break the fourth wall?
I mean, we already have.
There is a fourth wall?
I mean, there was numerous walls around this place. I mean, one of them I have is the Kingdom Hearts poster.
Well then.
Oh.
That went somewhere.
Right. Also, for everybody who doesn't really know, like, yes, we did open an Eggplant server, like the Eggplant podcast server, where well, it's like the unchat. We do have an unchattable server. Wink, wink. But
Yes.
for now, we don't really have enough guests. We might bring out some friends, but don't expect like big names like a fan site or something. Maybe in the future, if we feel like it. But for now, and just say don't ask why I have Master Bass Player as my nickname. Just saying.
I wanted to ask, but I'm scared. I am terrified.
What if I were to say it's basically Murdoch from the Gorillas? Would I be lying?
Would you be?
Absolutely not. I would be.
Oh.
I would. Because literally, 2D literally calls him that. In like one of the interviews. I think it was on like the 3rd album. I don't know, but basically, yeah.
Okay, I just changed my name.
God! And Jin.
God dang it, Jackal.
And. And you're becoming one of us.
Yeah, just I wouldn't even have any idea what I would even name myself.
Let's see.
It's fine.
There we
We
go.
don't. And now my name makes less sense to me.
It's literally like the song, like one of the song, like the Blaze Blue songs.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know Deep Azure.
Is it the bullshit one or no?
Eh?
Is it the one where they say that's bullshit or?
That's Guilty Gear.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I just got back from a long coughing break, so I'm a little lightheaded.
It's literally shit. So you just literalized my name. Okay, never mind.
Oh, there you go.
I just always knew it as like Deep Blue. Blue or something like that.
I don't know. I'm used to Azure when it comes to Blaze Blue. Unless you're
Right.
a wiki, you do not talk about the Wikia.
The Wikia?
The
Yeah, long story.
should we explain it? Like no, not like the short story.
Basically, at least
Well-
here's my short story. Basically, they decided to change it, the wiki, so it actually uses more of their own translated terms, but it ends up being weird, especially if you're coming in from the Western, as like a Western audience. Like they just name like the term Azure in there, which is used in there. It's just the blue, for example.
Which makes no sense. I'm just saying. Wait, what blue? Are we talking about blue? Blue.
The Blue Marie.
Yeah, then
Like
and
blue
also at least another.
from blue from
but these
Snap
would die.
from the real time fandom.
But then it's just
Sorry,
also, I
Lily.
remember the other one thing, which is always weird. Like, there's the character Mai Natsume for Blaze Blue, except that for some reason they decided to name her page Mai Hazuki, as in her original name, like when she was a guy.
Oh.
That kind of feels like dead naming.
Well, it's not even necessarily like that with Blaze Blue, because Blaze Blue lore is weird.
By weird, I mean it's basically Tekken on crack.
Yeah, just especially here.
Oh.
Especially it's just here. It's not helping just because we didn't get a lot of the supplementary material.
Right.
Material like the remix art, where Mai was even freaking introduced. But just like the problem is, at least like I was just particularly saying with the Mai, is that like nobody calls her Mai Hazuki.
Ah,
Not even games call her that.
they only mention like it was her original name, but people just call her Mai Natsume.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think they also use Jubei's original name. And it's Mitsuyoshi.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
the
know
closest-
that.
That's basic.
Yeah, the closest I've ever gone to playing a BlazBlue game was playing BB Tag. That's the closest exposure I've ever had to the series, so...
Ah,
Well, still, BlazBlue's a fun series, if complicated a little bit. Play it.
Oh, I know.
but if you want to check out like a real BlazBlue wiki that doesn't mess up the translation, then go to the BlazBlue wiki. It might be confusing, but
Can we just have a video where we look...
but
Can we just have a video where we just look at the translated Smash pages?
I don't even know.
We should.
Because those are always being updated.
Yeah, we'd like to do that. Probably, maybe in the future. But yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. And yeah, check out the BlazBlue wiki and not the wiki because
Well,
that one's-
it's just now called fandom.
the fandom.
Yeah,
Fandom.
basically, check out the BlazBlue wiki. Don't check out, just questionably check out the fandom wiki.
And not to mention the admins and mods aren't well. Some of the admins and mods aren't the best. So, anyways, moving on. Now let's talk about topics for the week. Well, it is kind of limited compared to Unchattable, and I'm no shade towards Unchattable, but
None taken.
but there was an Animal Crossing Direct, and I did not watch it.
Well,
I did.
same. Honestly, it was just
The game has jumping!
gasp.
Well, it's about time.
Gasp. But still, just at least me watching it, it's still adorable. I mean, the only Animal Crossing game I played was just the Wild World. And that was about it. I wanted to play other Animal Crossing games, but I just never did. So,
Vaguely remember playing the original Animal Crossing back when I was at like a daycare that had GameCube and NES games. It was, excuse me, basically like an after-school thing of a jig, but whatever. They had Animal Crossing, and I had no idea what I was doing. And I think there was an Animal Crossing game on the DS.
that was the Wild World I mentioned.
Oh, okay. I think I did play that. But I don't really remember since I was a kid. I was a really, really small kid. Well, not really small, but you know.
Just my own story for that was just simply every evening in the game, if I played it, I would always get coffee for whatever reason.
I mean, you gotta stay awake.
I suppose so, but it's just one of those weird traditions that I just did in the game for whatever reason.
The town's not gonna run itself.
That's only in the later games when you become the mayor. In this one, at least, you're just this other citizen.
Right. Also, I do have New Leaf. No, not New Leaf. Whatever it's called, the 3DS one. Was it New Leaf?
And it's New Leaf, yeah.
Okay, New Leaf.
The one that Reggie's always busy playing.
Right.
I get names mixed up, but
No, you got it right. That's one in the 3DS.
I haven't played
That's
it.
all the time I've got.
I've
gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
I haven't played New Leaf in a while. And I really should get back to it, but I just don't really have the energy to play it, because let's be honest, there are other games that I'm really focused with. Okay, but I'm getting sidetracked. Back to the Direct, the Animal Crossing Direct.
Well, at least honestly, it's just like pretty much it's it's in a way it's basically Animal Crossing, except you're on a stranded island, and it's just. I mean, I remember I actually just mentioned something comedic about it. Oh yeah, and dang it, I said something about it when I watched it. Now if I could just remember it. Oh
Nah, the only game
no.
I played was New Leaf. That's all I have so far.
Oh right,
But,
right. That's my joke. That's just like you can eventually like normally it's just like because you're on an island retreat, it's like you're basically live in a tent, but then it's like you can eventually buy a house, but you can actually get like basically go into debt with Tom Nook. So it's just like so nothing's changed.
Because then again, it's Tom Nook we're talking about.
But yeah, but
Tom Nook's gonna break my kneecaps.
Just
then
like
again,
just like how Leon and Claire breaks the kneecaps of zombies. Oh god, that was a very bad
No,
joke.
they just blow them right off.
Okay, true that.
but still, just I mean, it does seem fun. I mean, especially just like the ability to actually like build your island, especially just you can actually like sort of terraform stuff a little bit. Like you can add in cliffs and remove dirt and all that. That's actually kind of cool. Just so you can actually.
Yeah, messing around with the terrain is fun. Yeah. I can't wait because like there's also all the online functions and sending notes to each other. The first thing I'm gonna do is just send a calling card to all my people I have friended.
Well then. Also, at least for just simply put, Splatoon in Animal Crossing confirmed.
Yes, the Inkling is my favorite Animal Crossing character. Well, I think I'll just make. Wait, can you name your island? Wait, no,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Tomodachi Life.
You can
Wait.
you can name your island.
Where's the Tomodachi Life's sequel for the Switch?
Well, that problem with that is that they would need to use Mii's, and they haven't really used Mii's in a while.
Well, still though, they could still implement it somewhere.
True, it's just they haven't really used Mii's too much recently.
Also, I saw around Twitter was the fact that in both trailers, the villager is always sleeping. Like in the first trailer and the last in the direct, the villager is just sleeping on the beach.
I'll put that on screen right now, cause that's what I do. Except I can sometimes forget to put things on screen. 'Cause I'm an idiot.
So wake up.
No, it's okay.
So wake up, villager! You've been asleep. You've been asleep. You've been in a coma for months already.
You know what? I'm just going to call the Animal Cora, my island, the Bath. Because
The Bath Island.
the Bath. Because freaking Murdoch Nichols, Nicholas or whatever his last name is, freaking Murdoch is taking over my entire body. That sounds very wrong out of context, but that his influence is taking over me.
Well then.
I'm just gonna call mine Manhor Island 2.
I mean, you did call that in the Tomodachi Life.
No, I called Tomodachi Life Manhor Island. Now this one's gonna be Manhor Island 2.
Well, by the way, at least I don't abuse 2D like Murdoch does. God, please give 2D a hug. Give 2D a hug, please.
Okay, so I've been listening to gorillas, but I've been watching their music videos, but I don't see any actual gorillas. What is this?
A 0 out of 10, literally unwatchable.
You should
No
watch
I
it.
saw-
Watch
I
the
saw no
clips.
primates, 0 out of 10.
Just watch the G bites.
I expected a rerun of Planet of the Apes.
Well then.
I don't get it. But watch the G bites. There's so much context to that. And then again, I'm just going to say, Gorilla's lore is also a bit messy. Again,
Wait, there's lore?
apparently,
Well, I mean, the characters have names. I would almost expect a little bit of lore.
Aren't they like virtual singers?
in a way, yes. In a way, yes.
Oh.
But,
Mm.
but you know. Anyways, yeah. Animal Crossing. What else?
I'm probably gonna pick up the Animal Crossing Indirect.
Get
Dang
to
it.
that.
Yeah.
Get to that advertising.
Yeah.
Any.
I'll probably pick it up if it's on sale at some point, like for $40, because again, I'm not a huge Animal Crossing fan, but it does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe just at least for me. It's probably not too much on my list, but it's still something which I'm going to just like keep an eye out.
Yeah, and as for me, I'll check it out at one point. Cause, well, can't forget about the weed eaters or whatever it's called. I don't.
Or those freaking those people asking for a Smash reveal in the comments.
And all I can hope is that ResetEra won't unleash his wrath in the game, except he probably will.
Oh God.
I thought he died.
Well, at least I heard sort of his song while the direct was going on. Like I think like when they had the rescue service. So
No, he retired.
well, maybe he's out of retirement. I don't know. I don't know Animal Crossing lore.
All right. And up next we have once again a little bit of a controversy, and it's Atlus West, formerly Atlus USA. But now Atlus West, changing the homophobia that was present in Persona 5, and it's going to be changed in Royal.
At least for the Western release, it's been mentioned.
Yeah.
This should be a good thing, but people are getting upset.
Yes. Just unfortunately, people get upset over like the smallest of changes, like like the thing with Erica in Catherine Full Body. They changed one line. I think it was one line, and they also just credited Erica as her actual name and rather than her dead name. At least in the West. Japanese, it's still intact for whatever reason. And I honestly don't care about like the gay guys, like their dialogues getting changed and all that. I honestly,
Yes.
it's a very small me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like the scene. But it doesn't mean I have to make a big deal about it and say, how did you being so homophobic? Shut up. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, in hindsight, I guess changing it would mean that like they would see it as a way to say that the idea of it and that by covering it up, it never happened in the actual like original JP release. But again, I don't like it either. But it doesn't really tarnish the game. If anything, it's been a key part of it at this point.
Unfortunately, there are some people who will pretty much paint Atlus as the bad guy, and as the worst company ever made, worse than EA and Activision and Blizzard. Shut
Hold
up.
the fuck up.
Yeah, there are people who are like that. There are people who are like that, especially those rears at ResetEra. And you know what? I'm gonna rant about this later because I have a lot to say regarding Atlus and the ResetEra. And no, it isn't because of the changes. I can get behind those. So,
Well,
ResetEra is stupid.
yeah, just we're going to rant about that like by the end of this episode.
well, just at least my own take, at least on the on like the whole thing with just the one scene for Persona is just honestly, it's just like it's a minor scene. It doesn't even. It's just like, as I put it, it's just like it's basically a throwaway gag. It just happens, and then we're just never, basically almost like hardly ever going to talk about it again. Like honestly, take it out, and it's just like you're not really missing anything.
Just really.
In hindsight, though, poor Ryuji.
Yeah, poor guy.
I don't
but
know why
it-
he's being punished by those gay guys because, but
at least as I actually sort of put it, taking that scene out, nothing's really much lost, at least, versus something like say removing all the implications of like Kamoshida and On, for example.
Honestly, the thing with picking up on those scenes are the people just I can't speak, but people misinterpret her a lot. Like, say, it contradicts saying people are saying that her getting sexualized contradicts her arc, but you do realize that she wants to be like a Catwoman, like she wants to be like those femme fatales as those she watched on TV. She mentions that, I think it's in her confidant or something.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, she does mention in that, yet people who somehow miss the point and they're like, oh, she at least just wants to be like her, look like a step object, even though we missed her confidant, but whatever. I'm like, guys, look at her confidant! She says she wants to be like a femme fatale. Like those that she watched on TV. She literally mentions that!
Well, unfortunately, I guess for me, I didn't actually get that far, but then again, consider that their personas are always just like an inner manifestation, at least of themselves, and consider that Ans is Carmen, who does exactly the same thing.
Yeah, she throws who control her away. So basically,
not quite. It's just basically she just actually basically uses herself basically just in order to get whatever she wants from men, and once she has it, she basically throws them away.
Yeah,
in hindsight, that can be made sense by Carmen literally stepping on a guy as like a footrest.
And
like a footstool.
I remember seeing one scene, like in the anime, she basically distracts a guy with her own sexuality, and then the other men of the fantasies ambush the shadow.
Oh yeah, and I think it was like Shido's palace.
I think
yeah.
they did that in the game, though, didn't they?
No, I think it was Kamoshida's palace. I think I remember that. I don't remember what happened in the anime.
Yeah, in the anime, she distracts a shadow.
Yeah, and I think you did mention one part in Shido's palace.
Yeah.
Where she and the other girls basically go
they
to.
They basically just try to basically get a. They basically try to get a guy interested in order to basically get. I forget what they wanted to get out of it, but
it was a recommendation letter. I think.
Right, now that you mention it, and it was actually On that basically got it all the way through.
With her
acting.
With her acting in quotations.
Yes.
And by acting, I mean really horrible acting.
Yeah, it's kind of a long-running joke that still really holds up.
Also, I think it was the thing with Yusuke, though. I honestly don't remember. But you guys can fill me in on it. I'm not good at explaining things.
I think it was
I don't remember Yusuke.
Oh, like the gag where she was trying to walk around.
Right, where she's wearing like basically almost like 20 layers.
20.
And she keeps throwing random clothes in front of Yusuke to distract him when he's turned around.
Right. Right, though I remember that was supposed to be to lure out eventually Yusuke so that he could actually see the closet for Madarame.
Right, I couldn't forget his name for a second. Jeez.
Yeah, but we were talking about the changes that were made. But yeah, Atlus is going to change the homophobia in Royal.
And there's nothing we can really do about it, and I think that's their choice to make, not ours.
But the outrage actually it gets a little bit funny because there are some people there are people who are fine with the changes, but the people who are excited call them fans in quotation marks and saying they're not fans and they just don't care about the game. And then those people post pictures of their copy of Persona 5 Royal, the Japanese version, just to say, okay, sure, I don't care about the games. In fact, I got the Japanese version of the game to prove it.
I think that's referring to like the all the begging for the Switch port.
No.
It was that.
Well, at least it's semi-connected in the weirdest way.
Yeah, it happens on both. It happened on both fronts, I'd say.
Yeah, it was basically a little bit combined. This little change, and also people wanting it on the Switch. Which, granted, it would be nice to have it on the Switch, though. I'm not. Though at least I'm not just like particularly saying anything, you know.
I mean, there was a hashtag that went around called Break Free Persona.
Right.
And
Thanks, Fidel.
yes, shout outs to Fidel. But
Yeah.
I do want like Persona 5 Royal on Smash, but I also want Persona 4 Golden, like Persona 3 Fest. Heck, the Persona 1 and 2 games. Put those on Switch.
Or even the SMT title.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we're still waiting for SMT5.
Right.
And also, just Lisa's all jokingly say, hey, if they release Persona 2 on the on a Switch, then great. It gives me one less reason to play on my Vita. because I've been playing Persona 2 recently. So
Well, I really, really hope to God that they port those on the Switch. But then again, I'm gonna discuss about this at the end of the podcast. But who knows? Anyways, and anyways, on to our next topic is Insomnia Files got review bombed again.
Again, I didn't actually know about this.
yeah, just
Really?
did you know about the
We
first
fixed
time?
it.
Did you know about the first time?
I know about the first time.
Well,
I know that it was. Yeah, I know about the first time. It was recently fixed.
but
Yeah,
it happened again.
Yeah, but basically what happened, Shin, you can go ahead because I'm
Honestly, at least compared to actually like last week, this one's actually, in my opinion, dumber than the last one. Which honestly, just considering what happened last week, just basically the guy review bombing it because he didn't like how the game handled Iris.
Yeah,
Iris,
and a little bit of an and
Oh,
also a little bit of an update. It was that the game, his reasoning for not liking for review bombing was solely because of how they handled Iris, not because of the other thing I forgot.
Yeah,
the social experience thing.
Basically, he was talking. At least he tried to claim he was trying to show how flawed Metacritic's user review system is, but apparently that was just an excuse.
But for the other guy, go on.
But this person, at least from what we know, the reason why they review bombed the game, and also at least several others, was simply because one of his favorite Pokemon characters did not appear in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
I beg your fucking pardon.
Yeah.
Wait, this was about Sun and Moon? Or was it about Sword and Shield?
No, it was Sun and Moon. It was for the anime. I don't think they have a Sword and Shield anime yet.
Although technically they kind of do.
Oh yeah, is that the Bea thing, right? I've seen like his recent animations for like Bea.
Yeah, like I think there was a new episode, the one with Go and Score Bunny, right?
I don't even fully know myself. I know I just saw like an animation featuring Bea.
Oh, that was actually I think that was the Pokemon shorts, but.
Okay. Okay, I don't follow too much of the Pokemon anime, so.
Right.
But yeah, but this is for Sun and Moon specifically. They mentioned it themselves that basically their character, supposedly a character named Casey, was not featured in the latest episode of Pokemon Sun and Moon
for some reason, and for the most dumbest reason, they review bombed the Somnium Files because
and also a couple others. They even actually review bombed even Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
I don't know which one.
The Switch game.
Oh, so Encore.
Yeah, Encore. Yeah,
I just started playing that.
But okay, I'll read what Cole6 said. So seems like it's a different perpetrator with a different waifu, and they've review bombed 3 other games, including Tokyo Mirage Sessions and Insurgency. Funniest part is him having a small dispute with the previous review bomber, who claimed their motives were more complex. And as you can see, like in the tweet above, yeah, that's basically what happened. And it's actually a little bit suspicious. And I'm sure as heck not the only one who finds this suspicious.
I actually didn't read that part actually about the previous review bomber, but it's just like complex motives for that person. It's just like, really, your motive previously, your motive was because it didn't have Iris in it, because it didn't treat Iris well. This other person has that simply they didn't see their favorite Pokemon character in the anime. It's pretty equivalent in a way. You're just not happy with how they handled your favorite characters.
Okay, Kosik did follow up. I seriously gonna choose to believe that this is the same person RPing a straw man against themselves in order to seem smarter than the new review bomber, and therefore try to mitigate the total embarrassment they suffered from the first incident. So it's basically Ota. So maybe it's Ota.
Well, I understand that reference, but if it is true that it is the same person, then what?
I think their motives are just as complex as making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And then somebody did respond with this bloody tweet. I posted it in the wrong.
Still, just I understand this reference. Thank you, Zero Time Dilemma.
It's a Zero Time Dilemma reference, y'all.
Yep. Plain simple. At least me going to say shout out to DC Douglas for his voice acting on it. I already told you, my motives are complex.
All right.
DC Douglas makes it work.
But all right.
DC Douglas is a treasure.
I mean, he did voice Kira in JoJo
and Wesker.
So
yep.
Unless you guys don't like him because of reasons,
and Kamoshida.
Unless there are people who don't like DC because of reasons, we will not get into
political stances. Blah blah blah.
Let's just not.
Yeah, let's just not. But
exactly.
Anyways.
Blah blah blah.
Anyways, so this is the part where we start screwing around, because we pretty much ran out of topics to talk about. Well, aside from me in the end, but we'll get to that. But,
right.
But what should we talk about? What should we talk about?
Well, I don't know, but at least just the one thing which I would just love to randomly bring up is simply, I keep seeing my own picture of Marion! And I freaking love it!
I mean, you have basically ranted about how much you love this picture. Like,
it's not necessarily ranting, like that makes it sound like negative.
I'm exaggerating.
I know, but it's just like, honestly, this picture is just adorable. Adorable, just for me. That's all I have to say about it, really.
By the way, she's from Shining Resonance. I think
Shining Resonance. At least in the West, when it got released, it's Shining Resonance Refrain.
Right. Well,
I mean, so yeah.
But
Anything you can think of, Jackal?
I mean, not really. Right now, I'm currently trying to find like a site where I can look up a topic that I think we would all be thoroughly invested in. But for at the moment, I'm kind of at a loss.
Well,
So,
at least for me. Well, I guess at least if you can't think of anything, one thing which I'd also like to mention, just for me, I think I may have mentioned it. That's just like for me at least. I've been going back and playing some more Shin Megami Tensei games, like not just Persona itself, but also other ones. Like mostly for me right now, it's just been me going back and playing, going back and restarting it on the Persona 2 Innocent Sin and also Devil Survivor 2.
Ooh, I need to play Nocturne.
I have basically I think it was a few days ago. Me, Shin, and Chaotic were talking about SMT and its mythologies and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of at least what it sort of inspired me a little bit.
And as for me, I still need to play those games. But just go watch Super Butter Bonds' review on Nocturne. And also her raving about that one puzzle.
Well, the only thing which I at least will say is beware Matador.
I've heard many horror stories regarding Matador.
Well, at least I can say there is definitely some concern over Matador from me having played it.
Oh god. 2 years ago at MomoCon, actually, I was at a Persona cosplay photo shoot, and someone was cosplaying as Matador. So when we divided up by games, he just got to stand there and be in all of them.
Oh no!
Oh!
Beware his red capote. No, seriously, beware that move.
Oh no!
I don't really get it.
He was there last year.
It's basically one of the moves which he actually has, which does actually two things if I recall it right. First, it maxes out his hit and evasion rating. And then second, it gives him 4 extra press turns, if I recall right.
Oh dear.
Normally, bosses get 2 press turns a turn.
But not this guy.
Well, this one, at least Red Capote, I get uses 1 to get 4 more.
Whack.
Or so basically that gate of 3, basically. Oh yeah, and also he has a move which does like a lot of physical damage, and he also might even have a better crit rate. And with how press turns work, that means he gets extra actions.
That's a lot. I'm honestly preparing myself for that. But
there's easy ways to actually get around it, at least my opinion.
How do you do that?
Basically, my idea, get force resistance. Get force resistance, like basically get the appropriate Magatama that allows you to nullify or absorb force attacks, or even get a demon in order to do that. Especially because one of his moves is Mazan.
Basically wind. Basically,
it's technically force. It's force.
Oh,
it's weird. It's weird how they handle that because they interchange a lot of times between Zan and Garu. Technically, Garu is supposed to be wind and Zan is force.
I'm confused of what Zan is. I play Tokyo Mirage sessions.
It's again. At least if you want to think about it, you could technically consider it wind if it makes it more similar because I don't believe they have Garu in the Nocturne.
Are probably SMT games? I'm not really sure. I'm sort of new.
Well, I believe they had Garu in Persona, but they had it alongside Garu and Zan.
See,
basically the difference is Garu's wind, Zan is force. Especially it helps if you have to consider because Devil Survivor also uses the Zan moves, and one of the status ailments is stone, and one of the parts of the stone's effect is that if you actually get hit by a force ability, there's actually a higher chance that the appropriate enemy will actually be shattered. Basically, instant death.
Right.
Which does that really make sense with wind?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just scrolling through my phone here.
Yeah, just for me, it just needs to make less sense with at least you ask me, it makes less sense with with the shattering. It makes less sense with wind.
See, but yeah. Oh, okay. I think I could semi-talk about it. I've been having a little bit of fun with Photoshop recently. I mean, we did talk about the Dimitri Ogre thing and also
Right.
the You're a Joke thing.
But
But I also specialize in making some wallpapers. Well, my early ones were pretty trash, if I'm being honest. But I've
what, like the V one?
no, not the V1, obviously. No,
I
just,
thought those-
just me just cramming. No. I mean early ones. Just me cramming characters from serious and just. But I have gotten a little bit used
You've gotten
to
better.
it. Yeah, I don't have the same oomph as my friend Tim, at Native Panda does, but I think I can manage. And I did make one banner, and I'm going to put this up on screen. Basically, it has the games that I basically my top 3 game franchises, followed by my other ones. And yes, I'm for Yumi. I am counting both Senran Kagura and Blaze Blue because, well, BB Tag is technically a Blaze Blue game, and
For all
also
intents and purposes.
for all
Oh.
intents and purposes. But and also freaking my freaking the Eggplant. Sorry, Jack, my little Tempura.
What?
You're just
I'm-
not in the banner is basically all she's saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and at least even for me, at least mentioning my own photo editing, I got bored and I decided to actually just change my own mobile wallpaper, but I couldn't actually find anything which I actually like seeing, so I ultimately just decided to actually make my own. Basically, it's just me. I mean, I'm sending it up here. There we go. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just basically just a couple of the characters which I actually like. Also, plus Vanessa at the top there from Dragon Star Fighter. Also, at least if people pay attention, there's a little sneaky something in there.
But I'll figure it out on the. I'll figure it out when I edit. But for now, I'll
Yeah.
still keep my Android wallpaper, and it features Leo, Nero, and Super V, aka
Actually,
my.
technically, it should be Nero Leo. It should be Nero Leo, actually, because it's Leo, dressed like Nero.
Basically, technically, yes.
Oh, I don't usually make my own wallpapers for my phone, but on my desktop, on my work computer, I actually made one of my icon for Unchattable, and I put it with a Persona 4 wallpaper.
Nice.
I mean, you are Yu Narukami, so
Exactly.
it's fitting.
Yeah, also, at least I'd like to actually point out, actually, on my own picture again, just the background is actually just, actually a little section from actually a picture from the game Death End Request. Play it, by the way.
Hey,
It's just a little fun point out. So, yeah. Oh,
No.
What's with the laugh? I'm scared.
Oh, no worries. I'm trying to find. I'm just trying to figure out what to talk about, but I'm just coping by laughing like a complete moron. Because
Well,
that's what I do
it's fine, it's
24/7. Yay!
Hmm.
Just,
Oh, I have a topic idea.
Yeah.
What? Yeah?
Today I finally made my pre-orders for Persona 5 Royal and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Just got
Oh,
the
yeah?
deluxe edition of Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and I got the Phantom Thieves edition of Persona 5 Royal. No, wait. No, I just got the regular edition of Persona 5 Royal, the Steelbook
I
edition
can't-
off Amazon.
I can't even figure out if they're going to release the orders for actually the Fan of Thieves edition.
Yeah, it's weird from what I've heard. So I thought it'd be a good topic.
I'm not really 100% sure if I did pre-order the Phantom Thieves edition or the regular edition. Me and my mom did talk with GameStop on the phone about it, and we're still trying to figure things out. Yeah, so when
Well,
we
at
get
least-
the game, we'll figure out what the heck it is.
Well,
Well,
my
even-
topic was the idea was what upcoming games are you guys looking forward to?
Oh, Resident Evil 3. End of story.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
Well, at
I
least
just
for
don't-
me. Well, at least for me partly also just coming out soon, and at least in the West, finally is going to be the Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I mean, it's been out for at least a good couple of weeks already in Japan and Southeast Asia.
Oh boy.
Asia, so yeah, it's even just like people. I discussed it during I think actually even our first episode. That it's just like it's still weird how they actually are. We're still waiting, especially they already have an English dub in the Hong Kong version of it. So it's a little odd why we're actually waiting a month effectively for it.
Yeah, I might pick that one up actually.
I mean, I remember I was in the demo for beta for it, so I like that.
Also,
Oh, yeah,
fine. Also, shoot. Well, I was about to say something, but that's right. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much one of the big ones.
That's the big chungus, the one coming out in April.
Yeah.
It was originally going to come out in March next month, but I think there were some issues with it. I don't know.
They basically delayed it.
Yeah, they delayed it.
Which is it's one more month. We've waited all these years. It couldn't hurt.
But still, it's releasing at the same time as Resident Evil 3, which is another big juggernaut. And considering the
yeah.
success of Resident Evil 2 Remake, that's a given. And not to
Mhm.
mention, that game released in the same day as Kingdom Hearts 3. It both sold surprisingly well.
Wait,
Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3 did release
Oh,
at
right.
the same day.
I
Right.
don't. No, I think it was the same week, but I don't know if it was the same day.
Well,
Was the
still,
same
it was. They were at the very least. At least they were close to each other. I mean, I'm looking even myself. Oh no, they were the same day.
they were the same day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
January 25th.
Hmm. Guess I
January
don't remember it like
25th
I
of that.
used to.
But still,
But still, it's two amazing games.
Well, at least in Japan, though. On the 29th, it was released worldwide. Like, at least
Right.
for
Oh
Kingdom
yeah,
Hearts
then
3.
yeah, same week.
but still, it's close enough. Regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We also got
other...
Doom Eternal.
Oh, I forgot Doom Eternal.
Yeah, I saw someone go feral over the design of the new shotgun. Cause I don't know what it was, like the holster up. No, it wasn't the holster. No, it was just like the grip of it. Just looked. It was like it wasn't like curved or anything. It was just like a solid block.
Well, I mean, I don't really know anything particular about like Doom Eternal. I'm behind on Doom, so
I don't know. It's weird, but like, oh, have you guys seen around those actual memes of the Doom Twitter replying to stuff about Nintendo? And like,
yeah,
will
I've seen
Isabelle
that.
be there?
Yeah, I've seen that.
They're playing into the meme, and I think it's hilarious.
I mean, if I recall, GameStop made their own meme.
Mhm.
What? Wait, what?
The
Basically-
meme about Isabel buying Doom Eternal and Doom Guy buying Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Oh, I've been seeing that meme around. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I did that with Nanako and Kanji.
Yeah. Then again, thank GameStop.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh boy.
But,
I don't know, the logo looks weird and I love it. It's Nuke.
Well, it's Nook.
also another
Nook
thing,
2016.
Ghost of Tsushima, but
Well, that's coming out.
But that's coming out soon. But I did notice that the previous trailers, while they look great and all, I think they look pre-rendered or they're pre-rendered cut. They're like cutscenes or something. I don't know. I don't really know.
It's possible. It's not the first time stuff like that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
But well, that's pretty much it for that. But let's move on to our closing thoughts before we go to the big one. But
We burned the server to the ground.
no, not really. We don't do that. But it's our closing thoughts. Animal Crossing Direct is apparently a thing. I still need to watch that.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
And I the Somnium Files getting review bombed for the most dumbest of reasons.
That's just a face palm.
That's the biggest face bomb. She was like that one clip of everybody doing the face bomb, like the crowd doing the face bomb. Just that one. And Atlus changing the homophobia, dating the gay guys in the royal, like the homophobia lines. Again, these are one things, but you know. But over, you know what? If I'm going to evidence, I'm going to change the background to just freaking nothing, or just no. I'm gonna do something with it. But you guys ready for me to rant about Atlus and ResetEra?
I suppose so.
Got a
Jack,
bag of popcorn in the corner of my room. I'm ready.
you do that. But Atlus. It has come to my attention that your PR has been rather lackluster, a little bit weird. Jack, can you please stop?
Okay, sorry, I was getting my popcorn. I was legit serious.
Dude, come on, I need to focus on this.
Okay, do it, go.
But as I was saying, it's come to my attention that your PR has been weird lately, like incredibly weird. No, I'm not talking about the changes in the Persona 5 Royal, Chasm from Body. I can get behind those. But it's your other weird decisions. I ranted about this on Twitter, but it's the announcements of the announcements, the DLC practices, and just milking the Persona series now that it's gone mainstream. And I understand, and I mean, yeah, Persona is your biggest cash cow, but we don't need too much Persona, Atlus. And I'm not going to say that you're as bad as EA or Blizzard or Activision or Bethesda, whatever. Those guys are just those guys are another can of worms, but I don't want you to go like taking our monies in full price. Like look, the Persona games, like especially Persona 5 Royal and like the dancing games, they're really overpriced. And not to mention, like, your DLC practices are horrendous. Like like there's too much money for that stuff. It's gotten to the point where Atlus West is actually changing this. I think from what I've heard, like the DLC from 5 is going to be free and royal. Am I reading that right, guys? Or
I believe I heard about that. Yeah.
I don't know. And they did do, and for the dancing games, at least 3 and 5, there were season passes, but even that couldn't change the fact that it's still overpriced as heck. And again, we don't need this much Persona. Like, there's so much Persona content. I mean, don't get me wrong. All the games you made for, like, all the Persona games are fantastic. The dancing games, despite being rushed development-wise, it's pretty decent. And thank God, like, there's going to be an actual physical release for that. That's for sure. And yes, it is true. So I'll put that on screen. But Atlus, as a fan, I'm not going as a fan and as somebody who enjoys the MegaTen series to the point where it's #1 favorite franchise of all time. Please take a break from Persona 5. The fans. I mean, they're not. I'm not saying that the fans would be better off without it, but I'm starting to notice that they're starting to get a little tired of Persona 5. Like, too much Persona 5 content. Like Q2, the dancing games, Joker being in Smash. It's starting to be a little bit overwhelming, and especially now that Persona 5 Royal is coming next month. So, yeah, and I can also just say I'm going to, after Persona 5 Scramble comes out, I'm going to take a break from Persona in general. And now I'm going to wait until there's a discount, and then I'll get it. So, please, I'm being nice here, Atlus. Please take a break. I love you. I mean, I may have a love-hate relationship with you, but I still love you because of the games you make. Like, focus on SMT. Heck, maybe Persona 6, but I don't know. I don't know if that'll come anytime soon. And lower the DLC practices because, well, Persona 5 Scramble, besides the music DLC, there isn't that much, DLC. I think they confirmed that there won't be that much DLC, so thank God for that. But please lower the DLC practices for once. And yeah. Okay, I'm done being nice here. And now we're moving down to ResetEra. Screw ResetEra.
Wait, what do they do this time again?
It's just ResetEra just in general, as far as I know.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
yeah, ResetEra, we're better off without you. Ever since, like, that one post, like pretty much saying, I think, no, I might remember wrong, but ever since the Catherine situation, everything, you pretty much painted Atlus as the bad guy because of homophobia. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there are some issues, some homophobia, like the aforementioned gay guys in Vanilla 5 and all that, and also some transphobia present in 3 and in Catherine. But again, those are small scenes. I mean, those scenes might be awful, but hey, it's all good. But ResetEra, you messed up, like, recently. Like, you pretty much freaking accused somebody for being seeing a sexual assault or something like that, or erase it. And, well, again, those are allegations. They're not true. Like, they're not. We don't have evidence of that. you guys want to rant about ResetEra with me?
I don't know. I don't know that much information to really go in on it to go full ham on. But if I were to go on to Atlus, I think I would have some stuff to say.
I mean,
Well, at least the only thing which I know is with ResetEra, at least if we want to talk Atlus, is how they actually tried to had pretty much dox, what was it, Hashino?
yeah, Hashino. They tried to dox him, and I'm like, whoa. Okay, I know that there are some questionable things in Atlus, but doxing Hashino? That's going way too far. You guys are insane. Also, okay, there we go. I found it. It says Atlus West invites known I can't read. Atlus West invites known racist and sexual abuser Relax Alex to Persona 5 Royal preview event. And I'm like, where is there any source of that? Like any? Oh my goodness.
Well, at least I'll say I don't even really know who Relax Alex is, unfortunately.
It's okay, me too. I mean, I don't guys, don't trust ResetEra. They're insane in the head. They don't think. It's just not just Atlus, but other games in general. They have the worst take. They have the most awful, most heinous takes I've ever seen of all time. And yeah, don't trust ResetEra. Don't use ResetEra as proof or source. Just avoid that cesspool of a website at all costs. And I'm pretty sure other people, I'm pretty sure the readers at ResetEra will watch this video. So I don't care. Screw you guys. You're insane. Get help. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done with that. God, I got that up like that. Oh, I forgot to mention, Atlus, just restrict your streaming guidelines. I'm like, you guys know about Persona 5 Royal.
I know.
Or Scramble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to put that screen, but it's all I think it's in Japanese. So I'm pretty sure another
I have a
I saw a
translated
translation.
version. I have a translated version. I'll grab it.
All right, you can say well, but Atlus, please restrict your streaming guidelines because it's starting to get on people's nerves. Like, and even if they do break the rules, they're still going to break the rules. They're still going to break the rules. Either way. And, okay, they have it. Jack, do you want to read some of those out? Like, the more
I'll go.
weird ones in particular? I mean, those were present in other games.
This was present. A bunch of these were present in 5, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still weird, to say the least.
I'll read a couple. Uploading screenshots or video requires you to use the console's own capture and share functions. Atlus will not allow screenshots or video captured via personal capture cards. Only upload videos to sites supported by the sharing feature on Switch and PS4. Do not use the gameplay footage for any other purposes other than showing gameplay. Do not only upload the background music / music data or use gameplay footage for the main purpose of listening to the music. Do not use the gameplay footage to slander other people. If Atlus requests you to remove the video, please remove the video. Queries into the matter may or may not be answered by Atlus. Players are not allowed to share anything about the game's endgame or anything afterwards. If the streaming or uploading of gameplay leads to monetary loss, Atlus does not hold any responsibility, nor will they pay any monetary compensation.
Alright, those are the few guidelines, but fix your guidelines, please.
I don't reorganize these or just delete half of them.
Yeah, just it is starting to question.
Well, I still remember how annoying it was with just like being unable to share things for like Persona 5 even.
Oh yeah. Just like screenshots in general.
Just take the freaking screenshots, but yeah, Atlas. Just try to improve yourselves, especially now that you're mainstream and all that. Just it's coming out of a fan, and I know it might not reach you, but please, just fix your PR and take a break from Persona 5. I
Pay
still
more
love
attention
you.
to those other big franchises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still love you, my baby boys. Mwah. But I also hate you, and I love you. And I'm just making a Hey
There's a
Arnold
strong
reference.
love-hate. There's a strong love-hate relationship with Atlas. There's more love, but the hate is enormous.
Yeah, I might meme about it a lot, but it's still, yeah. But anyways, that's it for the podcast. Sorry if this was a semi-short one. It's hard. It's a bit hard, especially with, yeah. I can't speak words. I need to slow down.
It's alright, take your time.
But
Yeah.
thanks for coming on, and thanks for coming on. You can follow us at Nanamari_P or at Marie P Nanagishi.
Jinso Blue.
JackalCrimson.
Right, and thank you for coming on, Jack. Be sure to stick around for the newest episode of Unchattable. We do have a special guest, not a special guest, but basically reuniting with an old friend, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Right. If the episode does come out.
It will. Hopefully.
Well, hopefully so, because this Eggplant podcast, this episode comes out on the Wednesday, so
Yeah.
So y'all might know or not. But anyways, thank you for coming on. We'll catch you next time, and if not, stay tuned. And yeah, take care, my fellow eggplants and tempuras.
Yep. See you guys later.